Previous lecture we have started transmission system, and in this lecture we have seen the we have covered what is transmission system and just introduce what we have covered or other faculty members has covered during their lectures. And we have discussed the introduction of wheels, what is the function of wheel, and we have seen the main function of the wheel is to support the load of the vehicle and load of the passengers, and also to resist side force created by turning, or to resistance is also necessary when wheel absorb hard knocks and accidental damage. And we have seen the different requirement of the wheel. The wheel must have strength to take the weight of the vehicle and the passengers, as well as it should absorb road shocks, also driving torque and all sorts of loads. So the loads may be changing in magnitude or may be changing in direction. The wheel should be sustained, and as well as they have a resistance to local deformation when the wheel, road curves or any other obstacles in between the wheel and the road. They should have minimum weight to keep the unsprung weight at the lowest, and they must have properly balanced both statistics and dynamic. Static and dynamic, both load should be balanced by these wheels, and also it should be easy for maintenance and for cleaning purpose, as well as the wheel must have good aesthetic look, and it should not be too expensive. Okay, and then we have seen the three types of automobile wheels: pressed steel disc, wheel with steel wire spokes, and light alloy casting wheels. Okay, and we have also discussed what is pressed steel disc wheels. In this wheel there is a disc which is pressed, okay, on this rim. Here is a rim and here is a disc, okay, and here is a cover. Okay, we have seen the three possible conditions when the rim is at the center line of the rim, or it cross the center line of the rim, or it is near to the center line, inset, zero set and outset. The three possible conditions we have seen. This is the 2D drawing or cross-sectional view of the disc. We have also seen the 3D drawing of this pressed steel disc. In this is the rim part, wheel rim, and this wheel base enables tires. On this rim the tire is mounted or fitted, okay, and it helps this helps for fitting the tire, also for removing the tire. Okay, this is called as wheel base. This wheel base helps to properly fit the tire as well as to remove the tire. Okay, and these are the venting slots which enables to circulate the fresh air, and this fresh air will assist the cooling of the brake. Okay, and these are the stud holes. These are 5 to 6 stud holes through which this rim or the disc will be connected to the hub of the rear axle or front axle. Okay, now this hub cover will be fitted. This gives the general appearance or aesthetic looks will be improved, and it also prevent the outside dust or water in this assembly or in this wheel. Okay, and this cover can be easily dismantled with the help of screwdriver. Okay, screwdriver. And this is a press steel disc. We will just see the assembly of this press steel disc in 3D drawing and as well as 2D drawing. This is the hub part and this is the rim part. This is the disc and which is connected with this help of this stud. Stud is a bolt which is headless bolt is called as stud. Here the stud use are tapered so that they can connect easily, or there should not the tapering seat which allows the hub to center the wheel correctly. Okay, this is possible with the help of this tapered stud. And also this while designing this wheel, the area it is designed to engage with the hub or brake drum over a considerable area, so that it is the friction between the faces that transmits the drive. Okay, that area or that frictional force is considered because it helps to stop the vehicle with certain distance, and that friction is needed. Okay, so that there should be considerable area is required. Okay, and the wheel and also it is said that the wheel position by the hub itself, while the studs only secure the wheels rather than locate it. In the modern wheel mounting, it is observed that now the hub itself mount in such a way that it will position properly. Okay, there is no need of a tapered stud, and this stud will secure only the wheel rather than locate it. Okay, and this is a very proper, very much used or popular type of wheel because it is light in weight, it is strong and stiff and resistance to damage, and also a mass production is possible in this press disc wheel. Now we will see the second important wheel is wire spoke wheels. Okay, this wire spoke wheels here, as its name indicate, it suggests it is a wheel which is having wire spokes. Here is the 2D drawing and here is the 3D drawing of this spoke, and here a cut sectional view is shown here. This wire spoke wheel is the oldest design, but still it is used because of lightweight and strong constructions, and also even though it is costly, the people or the technicians prefer this type of wheels because already it is told it is more, this rim or hub wire spoke are much stronger in tension, and this transmits all forces to the rim. Okay, and the load acting on this wheel is complex because and it is removed with the help of this equally distributed with the help of these spoke wheels, because when acceleration is required at that time, it is expected that it should go forward and some types of load should be transmitted. If there is a brake, then another type of load is acting. Okay, just we will see in the next figure. Here you will observe that the stresses and the load faced by car wheel is very complex. They are more critical while accelerating, while braking and cornering, means you are turning the vehicle. In such actions, the different loads, the loads are combined, and generally three types of forces are there: acceleration, braking and weight forces. Here the spokes are arranged to transmit the engine drives, means acceleration. The arrangement of the spoke is like this. Okay, from center to outward, radial. Okay, and forward directions. The spokes are arranged to take braking stress. Okay, it will be same from inward to outward, but in opposite direction of the acceleration. Okay, and the third types of spokes are to take the weight of the vehicle and passenger. These are directly radial. Okay, from outer to inner. Here in this figure they are shown, and in side view you will observe the triangular arrangement of spokes. Okay, and these, they are also able to take side thrust loads. This triangular pattern is used to take the thrust load. Okay, this is very interesting how the spokes are designed. Now we will see the advantages of the wire spoke wheels. Okay, here the wire spoke should be used skillfully, should be prepared skillfully, because one end is at the hub and other end is at the spear, and you have, there should be proper tension in between them, and the spoke should be tightening is checked by monitoring the wheel rim distortion. Okay, and also the wire spoke wheel is fitted on the axle with the help of central lock nut. The wheel, hub and the axle both are spline. Okay, means there are the slots, and with the help of keys the hub and the axle would be assembled together and they will able to slide. Okay, and this spline engages. The wheel is secured by a central large wing nut with the help of, by using a simple hammer or a human hand, you will able to tight or loose the assembly. Okay, here once again you will see, here the wing nut is there. Okay, and the spokes are in this direction or in this direction, you will observe. Okay, this is the oldest design, and mainly here you have to remember three things. This will able to take acceleration load, braking load or weight forces or side thrust. Only thing is the cost is more. Okay, now the next thing we are going to learn light cast alloy wheel. Okay, this we will learn in the next video. Okay, thank you.